Yo guys, welcome back to another Danmachi Memoria Freese video. Okay, so the new EX boss battles are out, and I know it's early days. I don't even have the turn rotation fully mapped out yet, but I have managed to A clear it, and I thought I'd come over here real quick and give you guys the early bird special on how I did it. So it might help you guys that will probably have the capacity but don't have the understanding just yet. So I'm going to go over the team, I'm going to explain it, I'm going to give you some options as for replacements, because I understand that there's certain members in this team that are not non-time limited and things like that. It might be harder to come by some of you players that weren't around at the start of the server, and then we'll get into the run. Now it's important to realize the only thing that I haven't done yet is clear it in 12 turns or less. So if it is going to be a long run, if it gets too long, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain what's going to happen in the first few turns. If it goes on for too long, I will fast forward the footage to skip through it. I don't want the video to be like 30 minutes long. Like I said, it is early days. It's not even been out that long yet. I have seen people S clear it, but trust me, this is like one of those scenarios where it's for people that basically have nothing left to do in the game. It's end content, really end content. It's unfortunate that most people are probably not going to be able to clear this at all, but just think defense and you'll be okay. I'm going to explain the team now. So in spot 1 we have Line with for the SA gauge charge. On her we have the current anniversary Hestia to lower strength and magic. Next to them we have the new Otal. Now I understand it's got a 30% earth resistance, but given all of his debuffs plus buffs, Otal is going to shred regardless. He's still going to hit a significantly hard amount. Like the highest I've been hitting on, I have hit over 1 million damage on his SA, even though it has 30% earth resistance. On him I have outside of Rare Eyes for the increased single target and AoE damage by 10%. Also increases Otal's strength by 15%. Then I have the double Haruhime combo. Now obviously you understand why OG Haruhime is here. Orna's there for the increased guard counter rate, but also for the lowered physical resist and magic resist. The Winter Haruhime, however, is there for the physical resist, magic resist buff, as well as excuse me, as well as her skill free healing, but also reduces enemy buffs and allied debuffs, and this thing will debuff you. It will debuff your dark resistance and AoE resistance, which means if you don't clear that, it is going to hit you a buttload, and that's not something you really want to deal with. The second sack unit here I have Goblin Slayer for the skill 2 increase single target and AoE damage by 20%. I have Winter Hestia on there for the 10% increased. I'm wondering, right now this is just a wondering here, if I can bring in my Water Reveria, because she is MLB, but I don't have a water resistance debuffer, so it kind of sucks. We will see. I think she'll probably do about the same amount of damage. If she'll probably do a bit more damage than Elise, to be fair. I'm just gonna lose out on that 30% crit chance, which is not good obviously, but it is what it is. Let me just change the gear there. Yeah, as you can see, everyone's wearing breastplates. I do need to, let me go over to finish the team, and then I'll explain. So this Ina lowers crit and pen rate, as well as decreases allies damage taken by 10% from AoE and single target. Then obviously Freya is over here for the 20% strength, magic, physical resist, magic resist, as well as 100% ailment resist. Now speaking of ailment resist, basically this thing will stun you. From what I can tell, it's only like 3 turns within those rotations, like it has the capacity to stun you. I may be wrong, but it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like it's possible to be stunned for the whole duration of the fight. It just seems like it's cut down to a specific group, like I think it's like between turns 6 and 9, I think, that it can stun you. So the only person wearing a stun anklet is the original, like the OG Haruhime, because I need her to make sure those buffs are extended and debuffs are extended. But yeah, so let's get into the run and hope for the best, I guess. Right. So we're gonna skill 2 for the SA gauge. We're gonna increase strength and earth damage. We're gonna decrease strength and magic damage, and we're gonna increase physical resist and magic resist. Guys, by the way, I will say this, please, if you're one of those people that plays with icons off, please don't. Please don't. Come on, guys, where's the counters? There we go. Okay, right, looking fine so far. Now, as you can see on me, there is a physical resist debuff, magic resist debuff, and an AoE damage resist debuff. So we're going to need to use skill 3 here to clear those. Oh, it minuses by 2 turns. I'm just going to check how many turns they last for. I think it's 3. Yeah, so it'll take them down to... yeah, so it'll be 3 because it was cast last turn. Basically, it'll get rid of these debuffs as soon as I cast a spell, which is fantastic. We're going to lower physical resist, earth resist, and guard rate. Skill 2 for the 20% single target and AoE damage. There is going to be an aspect of RNG. That is something else I didn't mention. Did you notice that it healed itself for 674k? That's not cool. That's not okay. I hate that. But I can't explain what it is. But I did notice in the later turns of the fight, the healing wasn't as much. So I don't know whether it's something that I'm doing within the team that decreases the amount it can heal, or anything like that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to increase SA gauge charge. I'm going to go back and use skill 1 again, so that Reveria gets that physical resist and magic resist. We're going to stay on Yasuga there for the OG Haru, and we're basically just going to hope for the best because it is going to SA at the end of this turn. Right, so I'm going to quickly recap because I understand I'm talking really fast. So far we understand that it heals itself. It will strike you a good number of times, so KO resist is pretty much nullified there. It will lower your resistances because it does both physical, magical, and dark damage. It will buff its own dark damage. And it will stun you as well as heal itself. That's everything I know about this enemy. So I'm going to play a few turns, hope for the best. If it does go on for too long, I will fast forward the footage. So let's just do this. Oh, it is about to SA as well. It will SA at the end of turn 3. So fun times. We'll see what happens now. Okay, there's the resistance. See, Otao's still doing over 400k damage. Good lord, that hurt. This SA is... Where's the counters? Oh, I feel like my Reveria is going to die. If Reveria dies here, I'm going to have to cut this whole footage and start again. I just need you to survive so I can SA with Haruhime. And then everyone's fine. Everyone will be okay. Just please survive. Yes! Okay, right. Basically, I don't want to say like we're through the woods here, but for me, I had noticed that that was basically the hardest turns here. Now, turn 4, I'm going to reset Otao's additional actions because they make up for a good chunk of damage. And then I'm just going to finish my rotations with Reveria. That I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so we're going to 3, 1, SA, and 3 because we still need to remove these debuffs because we're going to be in a lot of trouble otherwise. Now, so it... excuse me. I'm not sure. Maybe I might need in the future to bring someone that lowers magic resist to just increase this Reveria's damage output. Okay, see, it healed itself for way less than it previously did. So maybe its heals are relative to your strength and magic buffs, maybe? Obviously, don't know, but it seems like a good place to start, I suppose. Alright, so, I'm going to remove those debuffs. We're just going to extend all buffs and debuffs again. Yeah, it heals itself every turn. 97k counters. This is still better than the 4k I was getting from Otal before. Okay, nearly 400k, basically 600k damage, and then for over 300k from the Reveria. I'm not too happy with that amount of damage. I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm going to keep commentating regardless because I don't know if I'm going to have to speed up the footage. Okay, so I do have a little bit of a water debuff. It may have been better to take Elise, but I don't think so. Not really. I mean, Elise does. It'd be 70% down plus the physical resist. Yeah, I think I might have done more damage if I just brought Elise, which is a mess up on my part, but it is what it is. So we're just going to continue here. It's going to continue to heal itself. Nothing I can really do there, and it's stunned, which is cool. It's fine. Like I said, I'm sort of playing with RNG when it comes to the stuns. I need to reset Reveria's additional actions now, because the additional actions are really going to make up a lot of the difference here. Let me just make sure Otal's additional actions are still there. If not, I need to reset them. Okay, so I need to reset Otal's additional actions next turn, which means if there are no strength debuffs on Otal, I can SA with him this turn, which means, and there are none, so I'm going to SA with him this turn. I'm going to lower this. I'm going to Yasuga, and then after next turn, I'm going to start running into MP problems. A good habit to get into is to just constantly check how much health it has left. Like 9.4 million is pretty good for turn 7. I guarantee I'm not going to clear it under 12 turns regardless. I don't think I am, given the team, but as long as I clear it and it helps you guys understand what you may need to do to clear it, I'm happy with that. All these user interface updates, please add a skip button for the SA animations. It will speed up runs so much. I didn't even see how much damage that fully did. This is the only problem, like when they give enemies a core area, so like if it's a very large enemy, you always get the damage up the top and it cuts some off, so I didn't really see how much damage that did. I should be okay for this. Like, really, I did notice in my other runs that it sort of did less damage the longer we went on. Yeah, I think maybe it does damage based on how much health it has. Maybe. At this point, it's just speculation. Did I just do that for an extra turn like an idiot? Maybe. Okay, so we're going to Sheikah here. We're going to continue to use Dancing Snow until I don't need to anymore. Okay, so its healing is settled around 200k for now, which is fine. I mean, it's not fine, obviously it sucks. Yeah, but I very much would have done more damage with well, I mean, 380k, it's around the same, to be fair. No, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. Do I need to extend his additionals again? There is no point doing additionals this turn because he has an SA. I can do it next turn, which is fine. Which means I can do all of this good stuff. And hopefully I can actually catch how much damage it does this time. I just realised I hadn't looked to see the quality of anything in a while. I know it's kind of dark on my camera, but it is what it is. It's at 1.2 million. Turn 9. I've got basically 3 turns to S-clear it, and it's still over half health, so yeah, not going to S-clear it. 370k, yeah, it's fine. 6.2 million left. We're doing good. Obviously, you can see I'm going to clear it. It's going to take a while. So, oh, now we're going to reset his additionals. Check how many additionals Reveria has. That's the only problem with these new units is you have to constantly check how many turns worth of additional attacks they have. It's going to be maybe potentially negative. Nope. Counters alone just recovered from however much it healed. That's not including Riveria's skills. Now I need to reset Riveria's additionals, and I can go straight back to it with Otal. What I need to watch out for most right now is if it does a single attack on Otal, because the single attack is what applies a strength and magic debuff, which is what you kind of want to avoid. What are we up to? We are on 15 minutes. I can make this a 20-minute video, I suppose. And speak of the devil, strength, magic, agility, and dexterity debuff applied. What turn is this? It's, I assume, the end of a turn, so it's going to SA again. It's turn 12, right? No, turn 11. Or it's the end of turn 10. Turn 12. I should really live stream this. It'd be so much easier to convey my confusion. So we're not going to SA just yet. We want to actually make sure that Otal doesn't have those debuffs. And I don't know how many turns they're going to last for. Come down 2 turns, which means... Yeah, we're going to hold off on the SA for now. It sucks. We're going to lose out on a bit of damage there. We're basically going to waste an entire turn. I've been pretty lucky this run, to be fair. Like, the only person to get stunned is the Winter Haruhime. Do I have additional still? Got 1, which is fine, which means I'm going to use this turn and then SA next turn. So we're good for now. If only there was a way. You know what they need? They need like healing nullification that doesn't work in war games. I'm sorry, I keep knocking my camera. Wait, can I double SA? I think I can double SA. I mean, I don't know why you would want to, but I'm gonna do it for, you know, craps and giggles. Craps and giggles. Yeah, we don't swear on this channel. Ah, mate, if you catch me in real life, I have the mouth of a sailor, but YouTube doesn't like that kind of stuff, so I don't do it here. I can't imagine this doing like extravagant amounts of damage, but it will add an additional 20% damage to Otal's damage, which maybe might push me up to 1.5 mil. 700, I mean, not bad, like considering there is no water down debuff. If I can see the damage, that is, because I know it's going to be at the top of the damn screen. 1.46. I'm very okay with that. Turn 14. Like, okay, so the closest I've come so far in my runs is turn 18. So if I finish before then I will have come closer to turn 12 than I have in all of my runs. And we're very, very close. So I think, yeah, man, I can do it this turn. So do all this, and then hopefully we clear it this turn. But back up to 1 million. Never mind. That sucked. Counter, please. Okay, so turn 16 is where it's going to be, and it SAs at the end of turn 15 as well. So I hope you had been paying attention, because I hadn't noted down what turns it SA. Like I said, I basically just don't have the turn rotations for this right now. I will do it at some point, and if I do better than I can now, I will share with you guys. That is the whole point of the channel. It is over this turn regardless of what happens. So turn 16, I need to find a way to shave 4 turns off of this run. I didn't even get to do any moves. It was literally just counters that finished it. So I definitely can shave turns off the run. I just need to figure out where. But big but. Sorry, I got that song stuck in my head as soon as I heard big butt. I'm not childish. Okay, so replacements. Winter Haruhime, I understand, is a time limited unit that came out in 2019, and a lot of you guys won't have her. Replacements for her would be potentially Ardi and Shakti, that released recently for the healing and defensive buffs and all that good stuff. The only problem is finding units that will lower the Your finger's hurting. Okay. Okay. Give me. The bar? No? What did you do to it? I'll be right back once I deal with this emergency. Okay, yeah, so replacements. I'm gonna have to restart that whole bit. Okay, so I can shave some turns off the run, but replacements. So guys, basically, I would recommend anyone that is a self-sustaining nuke. So if you have an MLB Anya, probably the best, is a great way to go. The Fire Reveria, great way to go. I'm not sure about Fire Wealth. Basically, any of those single target nukes, I'm pretty sure Wind Eyes will probably be really helpful as well. If you did have Wind Eyes, obviously, her SA 25% increase on single target damage is very, very beneficial. But as for solid replacements for survival, RD or Shakti is probably the best way to go. If you're still struggling, replace the Goblin Slayer or damage multiplier assist, as I like to call it, with someone that decreases AoE and single target damage, like Thunder Fina, something like that. It's survivability. Remember, you're not limited on how many turns you can finish this in. It's just specifically to S-clear it, you need to do it within 12 turns. So, given that, I hope this helps, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like. I really appreciate every single like. I'm trying to get my likes back up, so if you could, I'd love you for it. Anyway, subscribe if you're not. Social media links in the description. And as always, guys, I'll catch you later.